What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the GameFreak. Today I am going to go over why I have went against purchasing an Evercade Alpha. And the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because the alphas are about to be released here, in like a month or so? I don't know if it's the end of this month. See, that's how much I'm not really paying attention to the alphas. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. This video is not bashing anyone that is planning on buying an alpha. In fact, I do hope that they sell well, and I hope Blaze profits from these things. I just don't see them profiting much in the US anyway, and I'm going to get to that here in a minute. So let me show you why I have went against me personally purchasing an alpha. Okay, so right here is the reason why I have kind of voted against getting an Evercade Alpha, and I'm not downing anyone that is getting one. I do hope they sell well, because I do want Blaze to succeed, but this is the reason why I personally am not. Now, what you're looking at now is a tabletop Miss Pac-Man tabletop arcade from Arcade 1-Up. Now, the Evercade Alpha specs are as follows. It says they are about 16 inches high, about 12.5 inches deep, and 9.5 inches wide. Now, this Miss Pac-Man are those exact same specs. I did a video on this where I took a tape measure out and I showed you, or if you haven't seen that video, you can go check it out. And it is exact. In fact, the screen is even the exact same size at 8 inches, which, that's what the Alpha claims that their screens are. Now, again, I'm not bashing the Alpha. I just did not like the price point on the Alphas because they run around, what, 250, 260 bucks, where I got this Miss Pac-Man for, I looked in my receipts actually, it was just over 100 bucks. And this has multiple games on it. It's not just Miss Pac-Man. I think there's like 5 other games on it, and the Alphas have 6 built-in games, and you can play your Evercade carts, which is really cool. But let me show you why not just this kind of pushed me away from it. I did something well before the Alphas were even thought about. This right here is what I built. This is the Evercade. Now, this is a full-size cabinet, and it is powered, if you can see here, by my Evercade VS. Now, this is the reason why I want my VSR so bad, because this being white kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks a lot better when the lights are off. You can't see the VS, you just see that red light, and that looks pretty cool. But the VSR, it's black and it has like a kind of turquoise blue light. Even though this is black and purple, it's gonna match a lot better. Now, I'm not trying to take like credit or take anything away from the Alphas, but this is the reason I bought the VS. I thought this is how arcade games should be played, is on an arcade. So what I did was, and I've showed this in multiple videos, this is mounted in, kind of like what I did with my 8-bit arcade over here, where I mounted in the Nintendo Advantage. This isn't going anywhere. I mean, it's in there. If I want, I can unplug this from the classic end, which is powering this, which is a Nintendo clone, and I can hook up a regular controller, because not all games are meant to be played with like an arcade stick, and it's not like the NES Advantage is the greatest of arcade sticks, but it does work really good on some games. Spy Hunter, it's fine on stuff like that. Like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out works just fine. And it's the same with the Evercade. If I don't want to use this, which is mounted in, I do have access to one of my controllers back here, and I can just unplug the arcade stick, and I can just use a controller, because again, not all games are meant to be played with an arcade stick. But I know what you're thinking now. what about the games that are built in, like the Mega Mans and the Knight of the Round and Strider and stuff like that? Well, I found a way around that as well, and this was dirt cheap. My wife bought it for me. She's seen it advertised on TikTok, and what I got for that is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see back here. I'm kind of holding it up here. This is a game stick that has 40,000 games on it. All of those games that are on the alphas are on that game stick. So, for 20 bucks, I couldn't go wrong. I was like, hell, man, I pretty much have a full size, a full size arcade cabinet, which is pretty much an alpha, which makes the alphas look like a beta compared to this. And I have all 12 of those games in one and some, 39,000 plus more. And the thing is, this cost me to build less than what an Evercade Alpha is running, because I got this screen, which is a 42-inch monitor, for 20 bucks on Facebook Market. I bought this for, I think, 65 bucks. It was under 70. I know that. Brand new. When I bought the Evercade VS, I bought the premium pack, which came with like 2 games, 2 controllers, and that's when these things were going at 100 bucks, and then you could get the one with the 1 game and the 1 controller for like 79. But now, these things are expensive as hell, but now you can get the VSR for 100 bucks. So you're pretty much getting what I got, minus the 2 games, minus an extra controller. So right there was 100. This was 65. That was 20. I spent 50 bucks total in lumber. So, it didn't cost much at all. And then I just went and got some paint markers. I know I'm not the greatest of artists or anything. I just did some artwork. Then on top of that, I went and got better buttons, even though the buttons that come on these May flashes are great. I went and got, I think they're pronounced Sanwa or whatever. Supposedly one of the best kind of buttons you can get on an arcade stick. That, and there's another brand. And I got a different topper for it, just so it would match. So, I didn't spend much at all. Plus this 25-cent sign, I think I spent 10 bucks on Amazon. That's just for decoration. I got these string lights at a place called Menards for $5.99. This was never part of it. That's just a sign that I had laying around, and I was like, cool, I'll just put that on top. So I didn't spend much at all. Oh, and these stencil letters, $1.99 at a dollar store. It was real cheap. Paint markers aren't expensive either. So yeah, it took a little bit of time to build the thing, but overall, I saved a shit ton of money. And I get it. I was just informed by some people overseas that, lumber's a lot more expensive over there. I had no clue. So the people that are ordering alphas overseas, I totally get it. You're getting a deal. I just don't think it in the States it's a deal. Unless, building something for your own sake is an inconvenience and you just don't feel like putting the time into it. I get it. I totally get it. It's not that you're being lazy or anything like that. It's just, hey man, you just want the convenience factor and being able to buy it already assembled. But all I'm saying is, I actually saved, I remember I did a whole price comparison on how much I paid total to build a full-size arcade, which is pretty much an alpha, before the alphas were even thought of. And I actually saved money on a full-size arcade compared to something small like this that's going for 260 bucks, which is just crazy to me. But again, I am not down in anyone that's going for alpha. I do hope they sell well. I just can't see them selling as well as they think they're gonna sell because of that price point, at least to American customers. It'll shock me if they do sell well in America, but yeah, who knows? I guess only time will tell. That release date is coming soon, and I spent even less when I built this 8-bit arcade. I mean, I barely, a lot of this was scrap wood, so, and it's ran by the Classic N, which is a Nintendo clone, and I think I only paid like 30 bucks for that thing, and it was just awesome. But I absolutely love the Freecade. This is the way to actually play these arcade titles on the Evercade the proper way. And I think the people that get the alphas, they're going to really enjoy it. They're going to be like, man, this is awesome playing these arcade games the true way an arcade game should be played. So I do hope they sell well. I'm not down in the thing. I just thought the price point was a little, I don't know, out there for me personally. So yeah, I just thought I would share this with you. There are alternative ways to do this cheaper, and this was definitely it. I absolutely love this Freecade. This is like my focal point in my game room. I absolutely love it. Nothing against my 8-bit arcade. I love that too, but this definitely gets a lot of play, right up there with my PS5. Love this. All right, so once again, just to make this clear so everyone knows, I am not trying to shy people away from buying the Alpha. If you plan on getting one, great. Again, I want them to succeed. I just can't see with that price point. I think they'll sell more overseas than they will here in the US. I do think it's a cheaper route to just build your own and get a Evercade VSR. You know, if people like me ever do receive theirs, I'm supposed to get mine in like a week and a half or something, but we'll see. I've been waiting for that forever, just like I've been waiting for Legacy of Kain. In fact, I've been waiting for that cart since its release date. I still haven't got it. Apparently, I'm supposed to receive that this Friday. We'll find out. But when it comes to the Alpha, this is the reason why I have went against buying one for myself personally. But I hope the people that receive theirs, I hope they enjoy it. And then, they'll get to play these arcade carts the way they're meant to be played. Unfortunately, it'll be on a smaller screen, but it will still be with an arcade stick and everything. So that should be pretty cool. I do hope that people like these little machines when they come out. They do look cool. I have nothing against them. They look super cool. I'm just not keen on those prices. So let me know in the comment section if you ordered one or if you are planning on ordering one. I'm like pretty shocked that a small channel like myself, I actually influenced some people to kind of build their own arcades powered by their Evercade, and I thought it was pretty cool because some people shared their pictures of the ones that they built on my GameFreak Facebook page. If you're not following me on that, check me out on Facebook as well. But I do most of my work here on my YouTube channel. It gets hectic. I try to keep up on my Facebook page, but I definitely don't post as much on there as I do on here. So, yeah, again, I would like to know you guys' views on the Alpha if you plan on getting one. If you've pre-ordered one, let me know in the comment section. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out this channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.